Welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps us feed all of our hungry hippos. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Today is November 12th, and it's a Tuesday, so I'm a day late with my what sold on eBay. Yesterday was Veterans Day, so let me just take a moment to thank all of our women and men who have served in our armed services in the United States of America. Thank you for your service and thank you for your sacrifices. I appreciate you. Because yesterday was a holiday with no shipping, Keith and I made the decision to take the day off and get caught up on some projects around the house you just never have time for, get some groceries and some cleaning and stuff done, and then just relax. So we did half a day of being productive and then half a day of relaxing. Once in a while, we like to do that. If you have been a longtime viewer of this channel, you know that I'm always teaching the merits of having a bank and scheduled listings and just having extra stuff on hand. And that includes videos. I will often pre-record a lot of videos, a lot of short videos from my other social media platforms, and just have those on hand for days when things come up out of your control. But also sometimes, you know what? There's no shipping today. I don't feel like getting up early. I just want to have a nice, relaxing day. We also have Thanksgiving coming up and Christmas. A lot of folks take time off for that. So just make sure you're always prepared ahead of time when you can. You can prepare for the unexpected, and you can also prepare when you know you're about to take some time off, and also be willing to make up the work when you come back. So sometimes you will have to work an evening or a weekend if you wanted to take the day off. Keith and I like to call it playing hooky. So we did play hooky yesterday, but that was planned. We knew for a month that we were going to do that. So now you're getting your what sold video a day late, but that's okay because we're still going to look at November 4th through the 10th. You're still going to see the same stuff. And we're going to start with the plush, just like we always do. I show you all the plush that sell every week. And then I pull out some highlight items, whether they're just because I'm excited they sold, or more often, it's because there's a teachable moment, or it's something I either think you should be looking for, or it has merit to teach you about wholesale buys, or sometimes my mistakes. But this is a teaching channel, so this is never going to be the once-in-a-lifetime finds that nobody's ever going to find. I'm never going to make it sound like it's exciting to be a reseller. It's hard work. It's hard work. And those home runs are very rare. So I try to be realistic here. I try to be relatable. I'm just a girl who lives in rural blue-collar Pennsylvania and can't find nothing to thrift here that's worth a lot of money. So I do with what I can get here. I do get 99-cent days. So I've built a volume-based business on bread and butter and wholesale, which I branched into during COVID because we all know we couldn't find anything to sell back then unless you had it delivered to your house. All right. With that all said, let's start with this really cute bear. Look at this bear's face. That is like the cutest teddy bear I've ever seen. And it was really, really soft. It felt like velvet. Look at how he's soft. I liked him. He's from the 70s, so we're like the same age. We were relatable to each other. We had a conversation as he was getting ready to go to his new forever home. I always tell him it'll be okay inside the poly bag. They'll be fine. And when they get to their destination, they'll have a new family. So this is a Dakin vintage. I always tell folks vintage can be hit or miss. Dakin is good. Dakin is a really good brand to look for. The plush were better quality, I think, back then as well. So he sold for $19.24 plus 7 shipping. Another vintage plush. I had some really great vintage plush this week. I say some. There were 2, but hey, it's more than one. I'll take all the sales I can get. This is the Vintage Lee's Babies. I've shown you this brand on here before, but in case you missed it, this is what the tag looks like. And Lee's Babies are small beanbag plush. They're like the precursor to Beanie Babies. This is what you had for small beanbag animals before the Beanie Baby craze. Vintage Lee's Babies. Get these if you find them. Definitely source these. This little leopard sold for $25 plus $5.50 shipping. So it's like a $30 all in. I thought it was a pig or a cow. I honestly, really, from its face and its markings, I thought it was a pig or a cow when I unboxed it. However, when I did the Google image search, it is a leopard. And we have a Valentine's Day bear from Walmart. And I know I've talked about this on the channel before. In case you haven't heard it, I'll tell you. But in case you have, I'll keep it brief. The holiday-themed giant jumbo plushies from Walmart have value. They never repeat them. So this bear came out when he came out for that Valentine's Day that year, and this exact bear will never be repeated. Every holiday, Walmart has different plush, themed plush for that holiday, and they will never be repeated. They're different every year. So if someone's looking to replace one or missed out on getting one, they will come online to buy them, and they will pay a lot for them because they're discontinued. For all intents and purposes, yes, they're discontinued. They're also big. Big plush can sell for a lot of money. This one, you can see I only had up for $20.90. However, I had $18 shipping on it because it weighed almost 4 pounds and had to be shoved down in a box. But this is like something somebody is willing, and it is worth paying $40 for, and it's just a Walmart plush. I recently cleaned out my desk again, and I found these. They've been unopened in this pack for years, just hanging out. I just decided to finally sell them. So I do that every so often. We will declutter our desks, and sometimes we'll go through like our bookshelves and like our knickknacks, because sometimes you have something that you really like and it sits around for a couple of years and you enjoy it, but then you realize maybe I don't want it anymore. Maybe I'm just tired of looking at it and I want to get new stuff. So you can sell that. Also, don't forget, you should be selling anything you're getting rid of, really. It's the perks of being a wallflower. It's the perks of being a reseller. So if you're going to clean out your closet or your desk or your bookshelf, sell your stuff. And if you're worried about donations, here, let me add this real quick, because some folks would say, well, you should be donating it. There's plenty of stuff at the thrift stores already. I guarantee you they're taking stuff to the landfills every day, no matter how much I buy and steal from the poor. They have enough. You don't really need to donate the items. You can sell them to sellers. You're providing a service for them. Somebody somewhere in, I believe this shipped to Washington, but somebody somewhere wanted this pack of cards and was able to come online and buy it. So I'm providing a service there, almost like a personal shopper. And then if you're concerned about, charity and all that, you can donate money. So what a lot of resellers, my friends, do when you clean out your house, you can sell your items and either do some proceeds on eBay. You can actually have proceeds of the sale go to charity, or just do your own charitable donations every year. But I really honestly feel like they have enough donations at the thrift stores around here, especially. So I would rather give money to shelters and domestic violence places that help children. The only caveat to that would be, if you are going to be donating stuffed animals, sometimes the fire halls will take those, because when a child has like a fire happen in their home and they're scared and nervous, the firemen will sometimes give them a little plushie. Okay, so now we've talked about charity, which is good. I mean, this is the time of year when we're all supposed to be giving and loving. It's the holidays. You want to think about being charitable all year, but it's good this time of year to talk about it. We're also getting close to the end of the year, so if you do charitable donations for tax write-offs, you want to get those in as well. This is a pretty decent comic. I think it was like 50 cents in a wholesale lot. It's Miles Morales. He's the new Spider-Man. I enjoy his story. He's got like some movies out, and Keith has his video games. And I read a lot of our comics before they sell, if they're characters I like. So this one sold for $20.30 on the best offer with $5.50 shipping. I got some Levi's here. I got several pairs of Levi's up to show you. There's two. Let's put them back to back. Just to show you the difference, to reiterate yet again something I've said 5,383 times, Levi's range from $20 Levi's that you can find at Walmart and resell them used. You know, you don't find them at Walmart used. This brand, the Levi's Straw Signature, is sold brand new at Walmart. You can sell the used ones for like $20. And then they go all the way up to the vintage ones that can sell for over $100. Levi's are really their own entity, and you have to learn them and be willing to comp them and look them up. Make sure that you're not paying more than what they're worth. They are their own learning curve. I do have a pricing guide for all the different Levi's included in my jeans guide if you're interested. It's on sale. So this is the signature. This is like the lower end Levi's. They sold for $18.73 plus 7 shipping. So that's almost $25. They are good size. Size 14 up. On Poshmark is considered plus. I think it's 16, 18 typically elsewhere. But in my reseller mind, I just associate size 14 up. Next, we have these Levi 505s. These are typically going to be a little more expensive. They started their life out at around $20 plus the $8 shipping. But I had them on our 50% off clearance, and they sold for $12.50 plus $8. I got some pieces of jewelry to show you. Not so much for the sourcing, because I buy my jewelry wholesale, and even if I didn't, the chances of you finding this exact bracelet in your local Goodwill or church sale are nil. I show them to you because I want you to see the prices I'm getting for my costume jewelry. I don't want this to be yet another category that is ruined for me and my bottom line, because people don't know the value of what they have, or they think it's just junk, or, oh my gosh, I only pay $6 a pound. It doesn't matter what I charge for. It does, because you're affecting everybody and you're devaluing yourself. Listen, my time is valuable. I want to be making like $100 an hour. That's lofty. Maybe 50. But your time is valuable, right? You don't want to sell junk. And I say that being a person who does sell poop sometimes, but I don't go out to the stores and purposely look for poop and spend all my time every day photographing and listing poop. If I accidentally get poop in a wholesale lot, I set it aside until I get a full box and I have a rainy day or snowy day, and I list it just so I'm not wasting money. But I do try to list everything from my wholesale buys. Now, back to what I was saying about jewelry. A lot of people think it's just junk jewelry. It's costume jewelry. So they price it very low. And they continue to price it low. And they'll keep going lower, because that's how racing to the bottom works. You can get good money for costume jewelry, especially if it's nice looking, and you take good photographs, and you have good titles with great keywords, and you fill out your item specifics, and you have a feedback score that backs you up as being a great seller. You provide good service, send coupons to former customers and invite them back. So this one sold for, this is not the one I took a best offer on. This one sold for $17.14 plus the $5.50 shipping. This one I took a best offer of $9 on plus $5 shipping. And this is Express. Express was a place in the malls. I don't even know if it still exists. I say it was in past tense because most of the malls around this area don't have Express. Well, we have one mall that has no stores left. The dead mall has a movie theater. That's about it. Do you guys still have Express? Did they go out of business? Am I crazy for thinking that? But either way, it's a mall brand. It's a silver tone metal costume jewelry, and they were willing to pay $9 and $5 shipping to get it. Next, we have Paige. Paige is a good brand. I had these on the 50% off clearance sale we're running. However, you can start these around $35 plus $7 shipping. This is an example of poop jewelry I get in my wholesale boxes. I just say that because they sold for $5.52 plus $5 shipping. Most earrings I get closer to 15 to 25 all in. And we had a bunch of bulk orders this weekend, which is nice. We run a coupon on the weekends right now. We're doing it all the way through Q4. If you didn't see the video about it, I'll have it pop up at the end. But we are doing this coupon from Friday through Sunday night at midnight Pacific time. And it allows buyers, whoever buys 2 or more items, to get 50% off their order. And we also have combined shipping of $7 on 2 or more items only in our comic books and jewelries category. So you can set your shipping discounts specific to categories. So I wanted to give a discount on comics and jewelry because they're very lightweight. And most folks who want to say buy 10 comics don't want to pay $50 in shipping. But they'll buy 10 comics and pay $7 in shipping. And we're still buying a $6 label. I had someone last weekend purchase 20 comics, I believe was the bundle. And this morning I actually had, you'll see the bundle here, I'll show it to you. We had someone who bought a very expensive comic plus a whole bunch of others. So I bet I boxed those up actually, and I still paid like $6 for the label. So we do the $7 combined shipping all the time, Monday through Friday, around the clock for our lightweight items. And then I do the buy 2, get 50% off through Q4. If it does really well, which it is doing really well, we're getting a lot of sales from it, I might go ahead and let it ride through Q1 and just see, did it do this well in Q4 because folks are shopping more and getting holiday gifts? Or is it just a good thing to have on the weekends when folks are home from work, on their phones more, shopping more, and usually Friday's a payday? I had 3 really big comic book orders I wanted to show you this week. So this buyer bought 10 comics and got their 50% discount and their shipping discount. So they paid $28.72 all in. So we earned $16. So that's pretty good. And then this one is the buyer that bought 8 comics, but one of these was a expensive comic. And if you ever see this one in the wild, you can get it. I would recommend you get it. It's called One Punch Man. This comic specifically is the first time this character ever appeared in a comic in America, and that's why it's valuable. So he purchased 8. The first one I showed you was 10. This buyer purchased 8 and got their discount. And those ones I did ship in a box because there was an expensive one plus so many others. Other comics we sandwich in between comic book boards or cardboard and put them in padded mailers. If it's just 1 comic or 2 comics, we'll just sandwich them and put them in the padded mailer. If it's something like 8 comics or 10 comics, we will put a little more boards or cardboard in there, give them a good wrap and bubble wrap and tape that closed to hold them really tightly together. And then we put them in the bubble mailer. We had someone purchase 2 comics. So the comics and the jewelry are really doing well on that 50% off coupon. The plush is doing okay. I've had a couple buyers buy a couple pairs of jeans, same size, similar styles. So it's working well. I think I'm going to let it go through Q1, honestly, just to see how it vibes when it's not the holiday season. All right, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about anything you saw or heard in this video, let me know in the comments below. If you have comments about reselling in general, you can leave those as well. The comment section is for you guys. I do answer everyone. And don't forget to join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. I'll see you in the next one. Go be productive. Go make some money. Oh, and thank you for watching. And once again, thank you to our veterans.